Hello, I'm Mark Mancil. If I had to give a title for my little project, I guess it would be a bully or a bullying situation. A bigger child, Vic, is bullying or threatening a smaller child, Brady. And this is the full scenario that I created and sent to the teachers. I'm reading from the front of the classroom. I hear a burst of ooh coming from the back of the room. I look and can tell something is happening between two boys in the back. I ask what is happening. A student responds that one boy, the larger, threatened to beat up another, the smaller boy. He said he was going to kick his bleep. Anyway, the larger boy is visibly worked up, being aggressive, and the smaller boy looks frightened. This is the scenario that I sent out to my teacher friends. So the three teachers that I reached out to all agreed or all responded with separating the two boys, which I thought was interesting. One of them said guns or weapons could be involved, which I would never have thought of, but you'll see I incorporate in one of my video clips on effective responses. One of them said that principals have different procedures, so certainly have to be aware of what the guidelines are. As a teacher, your hands may be somewhat tied. One of my teacher friends said, don't stay in front of the classroom. You need to be in closer. She recommended not to automatically kick the student out because this creates animosity and distrust towards you, the teacher. It had not occurred to me, if she hadn't said so, that I need to preserve my authority and the control that I have over the classroom. One person said, ask the smaller student to explain their side of issue away from the others. My other teacher friend said often the aggressor will be very defensive, get their side of the story first, which I thought was very interesting. She mentioned that cursing is in violation of the classroom expectations and that they have consequences for that. And she ended with, the long and short of it is that any number of different routes could be taken along the way depending upon what she discovered through conversation with the two boys. So she has an investigative approach, an inquiry approach, not a gut reaction or automatic reaction. She wants to kind of find out what the root causes might be, which I definitely tried to include in my video that element of cursing is a violation of the classroom expectations and that there are certain established consequences already for that. But special thanks to the three teachers that I reached out to. From the classroom, I'm going to tell you that Columbus sailed the ocean in 1492. Hey, what's happening here?
Bull just told Brady he's going to kick his bleep.
I cannot believe, Bull, that you are threatening to kick Brady's ass. After all, his donkey's not here, and that would be animal cruelty. This is an ineffective response because yelling may escalate the situation, and joking is not an appropriate response for the seriousness of the situation. What do you mean by using bad language like that in my classroom? You know the rules. Go to the office. This is an ineffective response because by addressing the bad language only or sending the bully immediately to the office might indicate that I don't have any control or power. Once the bully leaves my classroom, he can tell the administration anything, and even patently denying that he said anything threatening. And once that happens, I would be unable to help the victim or take any preventative action. This is the kind of scenario that could cause an otherwise good child to bring weapons to school. Now, Bull, you know that we don't talk or act this way in this classroom. Being kind is one of our core tenets, and we established that at the first of the year. Please go and sit in the front of the classroom till you've calmed down a little bit, and we'll discuss it. Brady, you go sit in the back of the classroom, and I'll talk to you later too. I'm trying to use the classroom culture that we should have established on day one, that we are kind to each other, and that would of course exclude threatening behavior. I'm not going to focus on the bad language immediately, as I'm trying to be more culturally sensitive. While it's hard for me to imagine, it is possible that this kind of language is common in the student's home environment. Bull, I'm going to have to ask you to go stand by the door. You know that I have to call the office. This was part of the expectations and consequences that we established at the first of the year. Class, turn to page 101 in your book, and I want you to answer the questions on the back. Don't forget to put your name on the paper to hand in. Brady, please go sit near my desk at the back of the room and wait for me, please. At the beginning of the year, some expectations and consequences should have been established. If one of the consequences established for threatening behavior is going to the office, and I trust the administration, I may very well send Bull to the office. But I may try to get his side of the story either at the front of the class or just outside the door before calling the office, and then I could go to the back and also talk to Brady at my desk to get his side of the story.